John Schneider.
John, what had you most frustrated tonight?
I didn't understand the warnings. I didn't understand why Brian Baker was looking into our dugout after giving up a run on back-to-back days. And I thought a couple pitches were close that Jeff didn't agree with. I asked, was that down? And he threw me out. So I wasn't quite sure what prompted that, but I guess combination of all those three.
What did you see on the Baker Taiyo thing and how that unfolded?
I don't think it was a Taiyo thing. I think it was Baker looking into our dugout like he has every time he's pitched against us since he wasn't part of our team, and I think our team reacted. Not quite sure. I know emotions run high for a guy that used to play for another team, so I think our guys were standing up for our own team. We had no problem with anything he was doing, and we're going about our business.
Did they warn both dugouts after the benches cleared?
I wasn't quite sure why they did that. But
I know you weren't with the big club in 2016, but the Blue Jays and Orioles had a heck of a rivalry that year. Is it back on now?
I don't know. I mean, I think every game is important, and I think, we know that, and I think every other team that is in this division knows that. I wouldn't call it a rivalry. I mean, if you want to call it a rivalry, yeah, sure, AL East teams. But, I mean, we're all playing for something right now, and I just thought it was unfortunate that one player kind of started everything tonight.
There were a couple players that were particularly angry, Teoscar especially. What was his reaction? What was he upset about?
I don't know. I think we were just surprised and a little bit unsure of why Brian was looking in our dugout. Again, it wasn't the first time he's done that, so I think guys were kind of fed up with it. So I think everyone's reaction was just kind of, heat of the moment.
Was there anything kind of escalating over the two games yesterday that bled into this one?
No. I mean, I think a couple of games in Toronto was kind of the same deal, and competitive athletes kind of take exception after a while. Everyone's out there trying to win. So when it's a reoccurring theme, you just kind of question it a little bit.
On the play at the plate,
Yeah.
What's Kirk supposed to do there?
Nothing different than what he did. I've looked at it a lot of times since it happened on video. It's tough. I know it benefited us in Minnesota. I thought Gary Sanchez did everything right on that play. I thought Kirky did everything right on that play. It's a weird rule. I think a lot of people have a tough time interpreting it on both sides. It's a little bit of a gray area. Throw took him to the third base side of the bag. He then tried to get out of the way of Adley. And it was weird that they called it a home plate, a lane violation. It looked like he was safe, and they didn't challenge the safe call. So it was a unfortunate situation for us, and it's a very hard rule to interpret.
And not just that, it's also a hard rule to coach then, isn't it?
Yeah, I think catchers are stuck in a weird spot because they're so aware of giving the runner a lane, and then as soon as the ball leaves the fielder's hand, they try to go field it. And if it happens to go in the lane of a runner, I don't know what else you're supposed to do except let it go to the backstop if it's not at you. So it's an unfortunate situation. We had to use another pitcher tonight because of it, and an extra run because of it. So hopefully that gets cleared up going forward.
What's the mindset of the team going into tomorrow to sort of forget about what happened?
Yeah, I mean, win the series, you got Manoah on the mound, and you have an off day to look forward to. We're playing really well. We've won however many in a row on the road. We're confident with what we're doing, and we have arguably we have one of our best dudes tomorrow, who we trust, and win a series and move on.
What went wrong for Mitch in that third inning?
I think just lost command. It was weird. He was really good the first two, and then you walk Odor and you walk Mateo and you hit Cedric on a two-strike pitch, which is a little bit out of character. So, from there we tried to stretch some length out of him a little bit because you're a little bit light, but just command kind of skated him. And for as good as he started, there was a tough third.